Corey back with me. Here I want to share something that I haven't shared with anyone. Still about our trauma, but in a different kind of perspective. Back then, I always think that I still traumatized, and then that's why I think, oh, I'm not ready for any relationship. I just gonna focus on myself, and I will just taking care of myself, heal myself, and going anywhere, doing anything in my own learn. And it's valid. I just agree, and of course, it's not a bad thing. But then I realize now that another reason why do I feel I'm not ready for any relationship is because the type in my head is all about people's approval or the society's approval. What I mean here is there is this kind of type of men that will automatically acceptable in a society's physically. I mean, so there is this type of men in my head physically that is when I got this type of man, people will looking at my man, and they will praise him as well as me. I will just sitting like this and looking at him 24/7. Like in my head, subconsciously, I think like that. I think I need to get a guy that people would accept him physically. Like people would compliment him physically. Like it doesn't mean about what he thinks because what what visible one is the physical appearance. Now I realize that what a fucking sick and what is that? Do we live for people's approval? Do we live with people's applauses? And it is kind of even ridiculous when this question pops up. Do we even got any applauses from people around us when we do some things that we think it will be acceptable, that people will praise you and applause you? No, I don't think so. That's why it's just like, why should I find a guy that can be acceptable in the societies or that can make me get the approval from the societies when in fact there is no such thing? Now I realize that, okay, so this whole time I've been living for the approval, the validations that is never even exist. So now I decided to date a guy. I am dating a guy now, but apparently it's not that easy to just do what I think. You know, um, now I date this guy, older than me. But I don't know, it's just like, it's just out of my identity that I built. Because this whole time I always think that I am not ready for a relationship. I always set my mind to think that I just wanted to focus on myself. So now my mind already think that it is the reality that I just wanted to focus on myself. Now when I'm dating this guy, it's like, what? It doesn't feel right to say like a cool name, to say something, or just to answer questions like have you eaten yet, or praying. It's like even you know what, like even before you come into my life, I've been doing all of those stuffs without someone asking me, have you eaten yet, or have you prayed yet, or something. Like, of course I will do that because that is the very basic human rights. Especially we are as a Muslim, prayer is the most essential things in life. Sometimes it's like, oh my god, do we really need to answer such a this questions or what? And I said to myself, okay, myself, relax, just answer honestly and forget about it. But then about coldness, like, and then about curious about what people said, like, I just realized that I didn't really fall in love. I'm not falling in love. That is the thing that I realized. And because I'm not falling in love, I'm not curious about what they're doing. I just gonna force myself. But to be honest, this is my choice. It's because maybe with kind of little force, I can help myself to heal. That is very first intention that I have when I do this. And then the second thing, this guy is see me when no one else see me like that. I mean, when I meet him, I'm not trying to perform. When I met him, it's just kind of accidentally when my mom asked me to do something, and what I wear is very basic. Like I just wear the shirt and the pants and the veil that just as long as it cover all of my body. I just don't care about how it looks. And then I met him, and he likes me. I mean, how can he like me when I'm not trying to perform at all? That's why I'm trying to. Okay, maybe this guy see me in another version of me that I'm not trying to show it to anyone. That's why I agree with this kind of relationship. But again, I didn't feel falling in love. So it's like I didn't really want to meet him in purpose. I didn't really want to call. I didn't really want to text. I didn't really want to asking about your day. I feel guilty. But I don't know, it's like it doesn't feel right, and as I mentioned, it's out of my identity, and that's it. Okay, maybe that's it for today. Goodbye.